A golden door opens only once every generation. Have you ever felt like time stands still, that an invisible force wants to show you something bigger than you? What if the time is now? The supermoon on January 22nd will activate an ancestral code in your soul, and Baba Vanga predicted it. Taurus, you are about to remember something that your soul already knew. Dolores Cannon spoke of portals. This is one. But what is about to be revealed is not for everyone. Are you ready to hear what only a select few will be able to integrate? What if your soul already knew the way, but had been quietly waiting for the precise signal to awaken? What if the supermoon of January 22nd, 2025 was not just an astronomical event, but an energetic key sent exclusively for you, Taurus? What if every difficulty, every financial blockage, every night you asked for an answer was setting you up to finally cross a threshold that no one else can cross in your place? And if up to this point something inside you has begun to resonate strongly, Taurus, stop for a moment. This message has been channeled for souls like yours who are ready to remember their truth. Subscribe now to the channel to continue receiving these cosmic activations and leave your personal decree in the comments. You are not alone in this journey, and every word you write will be a seed planted in the fertile field of your transformation. This is not just another year. This is not just any cycle. This is the moment that Baba Vanga visualized in her most intense visions. A golden instant, reserved for the souls of the sign of Taurus who are ready to embrace their total transformation. And no, it's not a metaphor, it is a frequency, a vibration that will be activated in the energetic marrow of your being. The supermoon on January 22nd will not only light up the sky, it will illuminate your lineage, your wounds, your gifts, your blockages, and your sleeping paths. It is a light that is not seen only with the eyes, but with the soul. For this moon is charged with the energy of Venus, your ruler, and she comes to awaken your ancestral memory of abundance. Taurus, you didn't come to survive. You came to build empires from the root. But for a long time, you were content to sow in other people's lands, out of fear, out of habit, so as not to disappoint others. This is the cut. This is the time. This moon, announced by Baba Vanga, is not just another moon. It is a cosmic marker that only appears when the threads of destiny are ready to be rewritten. Venus will activate your second house, the sacred axis of goods, of self-value, of what truly belongs to you. And if you've felt that lately money hasn't flowed, that your ideas didn't find space, that the world didn't seem to recognize you, it's because you were on pause before the rebirth. But there's one secret you should know. The portal doesn't open with moonlight alone. It opens with your decision. It opens up when you truly choose that you are no longer going to trade your value, that you are no longer going to procrastinate on your abundance, that you are no longer going to allow fear to make decisions for you. Baba Vanga saw this door, but she also saw that not everyone would walk through it. Only those who align with their deepest truth. Only those who are willing to let go of the past with no guarantees of the future. Only those who understand that faith is the new form of planning. Taurus, you are Earth, but this land needs to be cultivated with a new vision. The vision that does not surrender to logic but trusts in frequency. Uranus continues to transit your sign, bringing unpredictable changes and shaking your foundations, not to destroy you, but to show you that the true remains, and what falls, it was already expired. And here comes the most sacred part of this stage. What you're about to receive is not just money, it is a new identity. It's a freer, more intuitive, more powerful version of you. A version that does not ask permission to shine. A version that stops carrying what does not belong to it and begins to walk lightly, determined and firm towards its own purpose. Imagine for a moment that life you always dreamed of, stability, respect, recognition, guilt-free abundance, relationships that add up, a house where your soul can breathe. That vision is closer than you imagine. but it requires an action. Letting go of what you know no longer vibrates with you. Are you willing to let go of that job that drains you, that relationship that minimizes you, those habits that keep you from your shine? Because the moon will give you light, yes, but you must walk. And this is where everything is defined. I declare that I am ready to cross the golden threshold of my destiny. My abundance has already been sown, and today I allow myself to reap it with confidence, faith, and determination. This decree is not a pretty phrase. It is an activation, a loving command that you send out into the universe and into your cells. And if you write it with intention, you'll begin to feel the threads move, the pieces fit together, the doors open effortlessly. Because, Taurus, the universe has already said yes. All that remains is for you to say it too. What happens when everything starts to move in your favor, but your mind still doubts? What happens when life starts to give you clear signs of expansion, but your body still remembers the weight of the past? Here, Taurus, the real challenge of this golden age begins, learning to receive. It is no coincidence that Baba Vanga spoke of a golden age specifically for you. She knew that Taurus is the sign that builds slowly, that does not launch itself on impulse, that needs certainties. But I also knew that real change comes when you abandon certainty and embrace trust. After the supermoon on January 22nd, 2025, many things that seemed far away will begin to manifest with speed. It won't be magic, it will be a lineup. It could be that, for the first time in a long time, everything inside you and outside of you will be speaking the same language: expansion, abundance, purpose. But to sustain that frequency, it is not enough to want it. You have to embody it. Are you willing to stop justifying your scarcity? Are you ready to stop accepting less than you deserve just because it's safe? This golden age is not sustained by comfort. It's built on firm decisions, a faith that defies logic, and an unwavering will to be who you really are. The activation of your second astral house does not only bring opportunities for money or employment, bring a deep cleansing of your beliefs about value. Have you ever wondered why, despite your best efforts, you didn't quite take off? Because there was still unconscious programming that made you feel that you didn't deserve so much, that you could only have if you sacrificed yourself, that it was not right to receive easily. That is ending. And not in a gentle way. This moon is not a caress. It's a cut, an energy surgery. It comes to uproot everything you can no longer load. It will take away from you what does not resonate. It will show you the real faces behind certain people. It will expose your deepest fears, but it will also give you the tools to transform them into strength. And here enters Venus, your celestial guardian. She's not just beauty, it's alchemy. She is the goddess who transforms clay into art, solitude into creation, fear into magnetism. Under its light, your intuition is fine-tuned. You begin to see what you didn't know before: the hidden paths, the repeated signs, the disguised opportunities. You'll start to feel that your ideas have more clarity, that your body guides you to the right thing, that certain encounters, apparently fortuitous, bring real opportunities, that life wants to speak to you. And finally, you're quiet enough to listen. But there is more. Uranus continues to shake up your comfort zone, and that is a gift, even if it hurts, because every time something falls, it's because it was no longer aligned. And every time chaos appears, it's because a new structure needs to emerge. Taurus, you did not come to this life to repeat patterns. You came to break them, to heal the lineage, to be the first person in your family to live with abundance without guilt, with freedom without betrayal, with love without sacrifice. This new frequency, this golden age, is not just for you. It's for everyone who will come after you. That is why the universe is not playing. He's asking for a more authentic, more awake, more honest version of you, and he's willing to give you everything if you are also willing to let go of what no longer vibrates. The supermoon will open portals, some invisible, Others more literal, proposals, moves, contracts, new people, but they'll all have one purpose: to realign you. Put your life at the service of your soul, not your fears. And when that happens, everything will change. Your finances, your relationships, your energy, even your face, because peace and abundance are not only felt, they are noticeable. Taurus, the sky is moving for you. But now the question is, are you going to move with him? Have you ever felt like something inside you knows more than your mind? That there is an ancient, silent force that has waited all your life for the moment to activate? That time has come, Taurus. And it is not symbolic, it is literal. It's happening now, in your energy field, in your dreams, in your daily decisions. The supermoon on January 22nd doesn't just herald an external opportunity, it is an internal call, a profound awakening of your ancestral wisdom. Baba Vanga did not speak in metaphors. She saw the cycles of the soul through time. And what he saw in you wasn't just a promise of wealth. He saw an activation of purpose. He saw a mission. He saw the rebirth of a light that has been dormant in your blood for generations. This cycle isn't just about money. It's about remembering who you are when you're not hurt, who you are when you're not afraid, who you are when you no longer need to defend yourself. And there, right there, is where your true power is born. Taurus, you have been the support, you have been the root, you have been the one who endures, who gives, who stays. But this time, it's your time to receive, because when you bloom, everything around you blooms with you. And this is where many get confused. They think that abundance is just a matter of attracting money. But the abundance that the universe is pouring out on you now, it has a different texture. It has the aroma of fullness, of home, of true rest. It has the sound of firm footsteps, of sincere laughter, of ideas that become reality without resistance. The signs will be everywhere. You'll be surprised to wake up at the same time several nights in a row. You will perceive aromas that do not come from any physical object. You will notice a perfect synchrony in dates, names, repeated numbers. People will start showing up offering you help without you asking for it. And it won't be luck, it will be a lineup. But the greatest sign of all will not come from outside. It will come from within. It will be that inexplicable certainty that at last your soul is in the right place. That deep sigh at the end of the day when your body feels at peace. That intuition that you can no longer ignore because it has become clearer than any external advice. And there, in that inner state of clarity, is where you will begin to make the decisions that will change everything, not by impulse, but by wisdom, not out of necessity, but out of dignity, not out of desperation, but out of choice. Taurus, the light of this supermoon is surgical. It's cutting old covenants, unconscious vows, legacy programs that told you had to deserve everything through suffering. Those days are over. Because now you are being guided into a new way of living, from magnetism, not from effort. But for that, you'll need to cross the bridge between the old and the new. And that bridge, it is trust. Trust that you don't need to have all the answers to move forward. Trust that your soul knows the way, even when your mind doesn't understand it. Trust that if the universe has come this far with you, it is not to abandon you now. And most importantly, trust in you. Because everything you have experienced, even the most painful, has been preparation. Every loss, every betrayal, every mistake was a necessary pruning so that your essence could breathe without masks, without burdens, without fear. And now that you've been cleared, now that the ground has been prepared, it's time to bloom, but not in silence. Bloom with presence, bloom with intention, bloom with spiritual pride, because your shine doesn't bother you, your brightness guides. And those who are ready to grow, they will follow you. Taurus, have you ever wondered why now? Why just this year? Why this specific supermoon? Because the time of the soul is not the time of the clock, and your soul has waited for this frequency for lifetimes. This stage you are about to live is not a simple economic improvement or a streak of good luck. It is the beginning of a life built from your purest essence. It is your reality aligning with your truth, and you'll feel it right away. Because the blockades are beginning to give way. Doors that used to be closed with excuses are now opened without logical explanation. Conversations that were once frustrating become revealing. Opportunities come as if they've been waiting for you to be ready. Here's the sign. When life stops straining and starts flowing, you're in alignment, and that will be your new standard. No more fighting for crumbs. No more adapting to environments that shrink you. No more justifying your greatness so that others don't feel uncomfortable. The universe was not wrong to give you the soul of Taurus. It made you solid, steady, deep. But it also gave you sensitivity, intuition, and a connection with the subject that few understand. Now all of that is activated. The activation of Venus in your second house, together with the transit of Uranus, will not only encourage you to attract more money, but to completely restructure the way you generate it. Many of you will start projects of your own. Others will be promoted without having planned it. Some will receive unexpected proposals. But everyone, without exception, will be called to reevaluate a key truth. Are you being faithful to your gift? Because this new stage demands authenticity. It's no longer enough to work hard. It's time to work from your soul. And because of that, professions that used to give you stability but left you empty will begin to make you uncomfortable. You will feel the urge to change, to improve, to integrate more creativity or more service into what you do. If you're in accounting, you may start exploring paths of mindful counseling. If you're a teacher, you may discover a more intuitive method. If you're into gastronomy, maybe you incorporate spiritual energy into your dishes. This is not reinventing oneself for fashion. It's remembering what you came for, because your job will no longer be just a source of income. It will be a platform of purpose. And that, Taurus, will change your finances forever, because the money that comes from the purpose is not exhausted. It multiplies, it regenerates. And in addition to money, it gives you time, it gives you peace, it gives you joy. But be careful, this transformation will also touch your bonds. People who have been with you just for convenience will start to drift away, not by drama, but by frequency. They will no longer be able to hold your new vibration. And that's okay, because new souls will also arrive, people who speak your language, that they are not afraid of your intensity, that honor your process, that celebrate your success without feeling less. These connections won't be many, but they will be deeply meaningful. And perhaps among them, love will also appear, a love that is not based on need, but on freedom. That does not demand, but accompanies. That does not interfere, but rather empowers. And if you're already in a relationship, this stage will serve as a filter. Either the relationship rises or dissolves, but you won't see it as a loss. You'll see it for what it is, a cleansing that prepares your life for the greatness you deserve. And in the midst of all these movements, you may feel moments of doubt, of tiredness, of nostalgia. Don't judge yourself. You're leaving behind a version of yourself that sustained you for years. And like any closure, it hurts. But don't mistake grief for a sign of error. This is not the end. This is the truest beginning of your story. And now, Taurus, take a deep breath, because the most important thing is yet to be revealed. You've heard every word, you've felt every vibration, and maybe something inside you has already started to move. But this transformation does not end here. In fact, this is where it really starts. Your soul is being called to embody the greatness that always belonged to you, but that perhaps you had forgotten because you carried so much pain, so many responsibilities, so many expectations from others. For years, you were land for others. You held what no one else could hold, but now at last, that land that you are will begin to bloom for you. Baba Vanga saw it clearly. The fate of Taurus is not a common one. You are the guardian of the legacy, the builder of invisible structures, the silent sower of future realities. And that golden age of wealth that is announced for you, it is also an era of wisdom, of balance, of inner peace. Because what's the point of having it all if you don't know how to enjoy it? This cycle is an answer, a return from the universe for everything you gave without recognition. And it will be so just, so perfect, so profoundly adequate that you will know that it is no coincidence, that every tear, every weight, every fall was part of the design. Because only someone like you could sustain such great abundance without getting lost. Only someone with your temperance, with your loyalty, with your strong roots can manifest wealth without disconnecting from the soul. But this is not just an individual path. It is collective, it is spiritual, it's interdimensional. By crossing this golden threshold, you don't just transform your destiny, you activate an ancestral line. You open the way for your children, your siblings, your friends, your mirror souls. Every step of yours reverberates in many more, and that's your true power, not just attract, but to inspire, not only having, but to elevate. The weeks following the supermoon on January 22nd will be full of synchronicities. You will feel that the universe speaks to you all the time. You will listen to songs with messages. You will cross paths with key people. Your dreams will be more lucid, your intuition more accurate. Some days will seem intense, others silent. Don't resist anything. Each experience will be a piece of the puzzle that the universe is assembling for you. There will be signs, a call, a proposal, an idea that returns, a door that opens. When it happens, don't hesitate, don't overanalyze, don't sabotage the gift. Say yes, acts, trust. Because these types of opportunities are not repeated. They are soul pacts that are only activated when heaven and earth align. And right now, Taurus, you're right in the center of that alignment. You have been prepared for years for this instant. Now, it is time to receive. Taurus, if you have come this far, it is not out of curiosity. It's because your soul is ready. It's because this message isn't entertainment. It's activation. And that is why I want you to write in the comments, from your deepest truth, the following decree. I declare that my soul remembers its purpose and my life aligns with the sacred abundance that has always belonged to me. Today I cross the golden threshold with confidence, dignity, and gratitude. Don't write for the sake of writing. Write it as one who signs a covenant with heaven, as if to say yes to what he always knew he deserved. Because this time, Taurus, the universe doesn't come to test you. He comes to give you what is yours. And you're good to go. If this message touched something deep in you, Taurus, don't ignore it. The universe has responded. But now you must respond as well. Subscribe to the channel to continue walking this sacred path with us, and write in the comments the final decree. It's not just a comment. It is a vibrational affirmation that begins to move your reality. Do it with intention. Do it for yourself.